they just start like giving you beers because they can't exceed it with their license. So like the waitress last weekend at the little local brewery, she was just like feeding us beers, and I said, "Oh no, sweetie, we're fine, like we're good, like we have a full beer." And she's like, "Oh no, you've reached 50-50, so you get freebies now." I'm like, "How are you making money now if you're giving me free beer?"
Right, and that's gonna get warm.
Anyway, I don't know if I'll ever see Vegas as bizarre as I just saw it. So like the nightclubs weren't open.
Right.
They're not gonna let people get in there and like grind up against each other and do all that stuff. So the late night limo nightclub traffic, all that kind of shit wasn't around. I've actually had to fly like I think 3 times now since the pandemic, and all the airlines are doing every other seat. So everyone's in a mask, right? But when you get on the plane, they give you a wipe.
I used to wipe the tray down in normal flights. It was a story they did the black light or whatever light that you could see like contaminated surfaces.
Oh.
And the thing lit up in the seat on the tray, and I was like,
oh no.
I can't deal with one more thing for work, because the flight times are never great for work stuff. And 5 a.m. from Colorado, and I'm like, I gotta wipe the whole thing down so I can have my fucking coffee and a muffin.
I know this is going to shock you guys, but I cuddle with the hotel comforter. I lay in that seat in the airplane, and I would eat peanuts off of the tray without wiping it down.
You're the guy sitting on the floor in the airport,
charging my phone. Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, I do agree with the hotel never bothered me.
I save a shit for the flight. I'll hold it. It's like going to the bathroom in the middle of class. It's like a little break.
In the flight? Mm-hmm. You don't poop on a plane when other people can.
Absolutely, 30,000 feet up.
I prefer to poop elsewhere. I don't care.
Wait, you would rather poop outside your home?
100%.
Right?
I'm just
because you know what? You go like this and you walk away.
Yeah, you're done with it. You never have to see it again. You don't have to worry about what the flushing situation is. So you leave it outside in a plane or a train or a.
I'm more worried about your bowels than I ever have been.
Last airplane story. I got upgraded. I don't get upgraded much, but I got upgraded one time when I was traveling a lot for work, and I had to pee so bad. I'm sitting in line, and they're like, McShay, last name McShay, first name or initial C, come to the table. I'm like, yeah. I come up. She's like, oh yeah, you're the last first class seat. We upgraded you. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's great. She's like, yeah, you can go. You have to wait in line, and we're going to board in a couple minutes. I had to pee. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm going to wait until I get on that first class. I'm going to get a champagne. I'm going to bring the champagne into the bathroom and pee and poop at the same time and drink the champagne. What are they going to do?
Don't even really have to poop it. I'm going to force it.
Don't have to poop. I'm going to force a poop out. Give me whatever makes you poop on the plane, and let me get in that bathroom for hell's sake.
It's first a little class. Adventure.
Little adventure.
How long was the flight that you got your champagne in the bathroom?
36 minutes. It was actually Chicago to Philly, which is what, an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know.
It's one of those that's so quick they don't even bring the card all the way out. They're like, wheels up to wheels down for 36 minutes. We will not be doing beverage service.
If you have an alcohol problem, just wave us down. I'm like, I'll have two.
Can't go more than 30 minutes.
Yep, two of each.
I heard you say 36. I'll take 2, please.
Champagne's an interesting choice on the plane.
Are you kidding me? Every time I've only been first class maybe 4 times in my life. Champagne, just I don't care. I don't care if it's a 20-minute flight or 6-hour flight. Come on, champagne.
It's like popcorn at a movie.
Yeah, bring it to the bathroom. I'll meet you in the bathroom with the champagne.
So, what the hell is going on with college football? Is there going to be a season? Is there not going to be a season?
Yes.
It already started.
What is the latest?
Obviously, you guys know Big Ten doesn't have a plan at the moment, but they're kind of waffling on it.
They're playing double dutch.
So here's the thing that I think is fucked up about. Is it Warren? Is that the commissioner? He says like Big Ten isn't going to play, player safety, too risky, whatever all the justifications are, right? And they're probably validated on that side of the coin. His kid plays for Mississippi State.
Really?
His
playing,
kid.
right?
And SEC is playing. So the same guy is standing there saying, Big Ten can't play. It's too dangerous. And they're like, wait, but your own fucking kid plays?
Is he playing?
He's on the
Yeah,
team?
like I haven't heard that
he
he's
hasn't
opting
like
out.
sat out. Okay.
Wow.
That's if like on
Ballsy.
one hand, well, fuck you, Dad. I don't care what you're doing in your stupid
Right,
conference.
right.
I'm playing.
Your
Or-
stupid conference. But
Or yeah, right. Penn State's conference.
the really funny thing I saw today, and I'm sure you guys don't have reason to like pay attention to the Pac-12, but it's obviously the West Coast schools and Arizona's in it, so we kind of keep an eye on it. And the commissioner of the Pac-12, it's a running joke how much people hate him, Larry Scott. He was the guy that was the commissioner of women's tennis, like that made women's tennis get equal pay to the men's league. And then he gets this job as the Pac-12 commissioner. So he gets a lot of flack. Like he's kind of a joker. So he follows suit with the Big Ten and he says Pac-12 is now canceled, right? Well, the Pac-12 is in bad shape financially.
Yeah.
Like you have schools like Stanford that have monumental endowments and they're fine with or without sports. And then you have a lot of other schools that are going to get really hurt by this. And I saw a guy comment today and he said, I'm not sure the Pac-12 will survive COVID, but to be fair, they did have pre-existing conditions with Larry. I was like, that is really good.
That is good.
I don't know. I
Is
just
there
feel
a-
like how are they going to stuff any amount of people into like? So what's the biggest stadium in like the SEC? LSU. Like most
LSU,
who
Bama.
could fit the most?
They're all like 105,000.
And what is it? Are they doing like percentage?
Yeah, they're doing percentage of occupancy.
And then
And the
like
numbers-
so, I think about like say you're a season ticket holder for Bama, and you're not like top of you're like third or fourth ranked whatever. Where like do you get a seat, or you get certain games? Like, I
So
wonder
each
how they-
school is
there a
handling it
student
differently. But I've heard some schools, the boosters have said, roll our money forward to 2021 so we don't hurt the school. So like we've already paid for our 2020 tickets.
Right.
On your books, move it to 2021 revenue, but keep the cash, right?
Mhm.
And then give our seats to the students. I've heard some schools doing that, right? And then
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah.
probably the well, it's the cleanest way to not have to ask the school to refund money. Then
Oh,
they'd
right.
really,
Yeah.
Right.
So the
but
the students would get all of the seat or most of the seats, and they would spread out throughout the.
but the school wouldn't be without the revenue.
Yeah.
But then I've heard some other ones are doing it on tiers, and they're saying like, if John is $1 million donor and the rest of us are $100,000 donors, like he gets his seats and we don't this year.
Yeah. That's right. That's what I was thinking about.
That's
like
not
who
fair. Why? He pays more.
he has $1 million.
Yeah, he has more money. Oh yeah, that thing.
I've been to a few Eagles games, right? And that place holds about 68,000, give or take. I can't imagine what it's like being in a stadium with 100,000 people. Like I'm not talking about like COVID stuff, just like in general going to a game. Like I can't imagine.
Dude, it's
Can we?
It's the coolest.
we do
You
Yeah,
feel you it's I bet it kind of feels like what astronauts feel like when they're in outer space. Like you feel so tiny because you're just amongst just zillions of yourself.
So we've talked a lot over the past several months about like trips we want to take together when all this bullshit kind of clears.
Yeah.
There's
I know.
only one. There's only one.
There's Cabo.
But go ahead.
Right.
There's Cabo.
But we can pile them up now.
But
Carry on.
can we pile up maybe a nice SEC weekend and go to a game with 100,000 people?
I'd love to. I mean, I've been to Penn State, but I've never been to like an SC. I've been to Texas, Oklahoma State, which is pretty good. But
Damn, Texas.
In Austin.
Good
I
town.
Was good.
LSU. I mean, to go to an LSU.
But I would like to go to LSU. You know, I wouldn't go to a Bama game, but LSU someone.
No, it would have to be Bama. Otherwise, what would we do?
Any SEC game at LSU would be fun, and a night game, and
a night game for sure.
And the
I always picture LSU at night.
I think I told you guys this, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating, but the first time I ever took Ash to one, and you're talking about a girl that's like a legit sports fan, right? So it wasn't like I was taking like someone like, oh, that's cute, you know, they're playing,
right? Like it's just something to do.
So we did like, you know, you're tailgating all weekend and you're doing the whole thing, and we go in there and they were playing Florida, and Tebow was there, and Florida was number 1, LSU was number 4, and it was night, and like they're doing the whole thing, and I won't bore you with all the things they do, but like the stadium is really like energetic and happening, and it's almost kickoff, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna run and go to the bathroom real quick before kickoff, like stay right here, you're about to see some more cool shit, whatever. And I'm pissing, and I feel the whole thing like shaking over me, and I hear this roar from the crowd and everything's shaking, and I come back up, and Ash is sitting there and she can't talk. She just has her mouth open and she just can't talk. And I was like, what happened? Like, I know all the traditions. Like, what happened? Like, we didn't miss any right now. What did you see? And she goes, Florida came running out of the tunnel before they even, before the broadcast clicks on, right? Florida players come running out of the tunnel and they start spitting on the eye of the tiger in the middle of the field. And she said the LSU players come running out of the other tunnel, and it's a brawl in the middle of the field. And she said, and then everyone, all 100,000 people are on their feet just screaming. And they like come out and they separate them and they get them back into the tunnels and whatever. And then you see the guy come on to like start the broadcast. And she said they start it and it's like, welcome to CBS football on Saturday night, all this kind of stuff. And she's just sitting there.
That's awesome.
Imagine if that's what The Rock turns the XFL into. It's just like a big wrestling match instead of football. Gets the crowd that crazy. The largest stadium in the country is Michigan Stadium, obviously. The big house. Penn State, right under it at number 2. Ohio State, Texas A&M, Tennessee, LSU, Bama, Texas, Georgia.
They're all over 100, right?
Capacity.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, what's Penn State? 108?
106. Alabama's 101. Texas is 95,000.
So that's the only one that doesn't have 100 is Texas?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So Penn State, Ohio State 2 years
schools.
ago. 2 years ago, Penn State, Ohio State, 106,000 was pretty cool. Night game.
Those whiteouts. Your eyes take like a day to adjust after those.
And we had like decent seats, but I didn't know what I was like. I felt like I'm not even like a Penn State diehard fan by any means. I just sat there and drank all day. It was like, holy shit, is this unbelievable? The whole stadium's shaking.
I was with like a friend I knew when I was like really young who like was at Penn State, like didn't go to any school, like just knew him when I was really little. And then we reconnected at college, and his parents are loaded. And we had seats where like you could hear the coaches talking to the players on the field. It was fucking surreal for a long time.
So here's what we do.
Made me wish I never quit Algio's team.